Located in the northern parts of Namibia, there is a nature park like you have never seen before. Its white heart can literally be seen from space, and what gives it the distinctive color is salt. A seemingly endless salt flat where nothing grows. And moreover, right next to the park lays Namib Desert, one of the driest places in the whole world. By all logic, life shouldn't exist here. Yet the reality could not be further from the truth. You see, in Etosha, life flourishes. I'm telling you, it's just unreal. And this park literally has one of the highest big animal concentrations on our planet.
Zebras on the left and zebras on the right. There's thousands.
Thousands. But what secret makes it all possible? And how do the animals actually live here? Well, to find out, let's now head to Namibia. Welcome to Etosha!
Welcome to Etosha!
We are in Namibia's most famous national park. When translated, the name simply means the Great White Place. And with its 22,000 square kilometers, it is among the largest nature parks in Africa. Yet, only minutes after entering, we were stopped by another car. We were able to speak with a couple of guides who come here every month or so. And they said that it's a very special time for them because the grass is very high. Like, it's never like this. It was encouraging to know that we could experience this place during such a special event. But at the same time, thanks to the high grass,
I think there's a lower chance for us to see animals here, but it's still like a cool thing to see, a different kind of park.
And just as Liisu had finished this sentence,
Looks like a zebra, I'm sorry.
are those zebras?
Yep, these are zebras.
No way.
These are zebras.
They look like donkeys.
Yep.
I thought, what the heck are donkeys doing here? Oh, there is more. Wow, there's so many.
And they're so dusty.
That was super cool reminder that zebras and horses and donkeys, they are extremely similar if you take away the stripes. Yet as we soon found out, the zebras covered in red dust were only just the beginning. What the heck are those?
These are ostriches.
Ostriches?
Who have bathed in the mud.
They are light brown.
But these, I would call them red ostriches. Like how they call red elephants in the Etosha National Park in Kenya. These are definitely red ostriches.
Oh, wow. In a matter of minutes, we were surrounded by animals. Some of them were right on the road. They're trying to hurt their little ones. I think they're staying on the road because it's open space.
Yeah.
There's grass everywhere and like a predator can sneak up on them. While others flocked in herds no further than 20 meters away.
5 minutes later, there's another group of antelopes again.
Weird horns they have. There was red hartebeest, elephants, oryx, and even a species that one of us enjoys especially much.
Oh, it's a cutie pie.
Like a little helmet going on the ground.
The turtle, it's my favorite animal, turtle.
But what made the situation truly surprising was the fact that we entered a park from the west. This site lies further from Etosha's salty center and supports more trees and forests, which give animals a place to hide. There's so many! So honestly, the only thing we really expected to see were those red mounds. Look at those termites! The whole tree is taken over by them. Yes, I know that normally we think of these little insects as something bad, but around here, they play a vital role of maintaining this ecosystem. The thing is that for most of the year, the environment of Etosha is way too dry for earth forms and fungus, all the things that otherwise would decompose trees and things. So termites take this role in the ecosystem and they are really everywhere. Like over there,
Over there you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yes, these little hills were everywhere.
The termites have decided that the fields and grasslands are not enough for them. They are moving onto the road.
However, termites alone are not nearly enough to sustain the biodiversity of Etosha. And quite obviously, the main problem that animals face here is getting water.
And now we're gonna go and check out the water hole.
Officially, there is 86 little ponds like this in the park. And since the rainy season had just ended, they were all green and beaming with life.
You sit here and you just wait for the life to happen around you. A whole big herd of wildebeest is just coming to the water. 2 came first, scouted out the ground, and now dozens are following.
When approaching the water, you have to be quiet and careful. And in the span of just 3 hours, we managed to visit so many of them that we even developed a song for the occasion.
Sneaks there, 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 sneaks there.
Well, seeing all of those water holes made it quite obvious how animals survived during the wet season. But you must not forget that in just few months, temperatures here can climb to 40 degrees Celsius. Most of this water evaporates, juicy grass dries up, and this luscious savanna starts to look a lot like the desert it lies next to. Yet to understand how animals endured those harsh conditions, we now headed towards the center of the park.
We have been in the park for more than 5 hours now and made it out of the forested area, and now we're just on this flat pan, and at least a kilometer away we saw this elephant over there.
The landscape surrounding the salt pan were wide and open, almost as if they were taken out of a nature documentary.
This is true savanna. Couple of trees and endless plain of grass.
Yet the thing that we were mentally not prepared for was this.
We can quite clearly say that never ever have we seen so many zebras.
There's thousands.
Thousands.
It was simply mental.
Just looking over there in the forest, there's 100 in one look. Crazy, they are everywhere.
Zebras, springboks, wildebeest. Not even in a farm had I seen so many large animals in one place.
There's so many. I've never seen anything like this before.
Let's go.
And of course, seeing such extreme abundance of herbivores only made a question of how can this land support all of them even more prevalent.
Just unreal.
However, as the sun was slowly setting, we needed to find ourselves a place to sleep. Because as in most nature reserves in Africa, this park also only stays open exactly from sunrise to sunset.
Okay, we have made it to a campsite and we haven't booked anything, so we're a little anxious. Just got here and they said that there's no room.
But you did not. I thought this might happen. We did know like 5-6 days ago where we're gonna be.
Yeah, that's true, but we had one cancellation and we got the last spot. We literally got the last camping spot. Book in advance if you're coming here.
We booked ourselves a site, cooked some dinner, and although the camping ground was the last place we expected to learn something new, then while here, we discovered that each campsite in Etosha has its own water hole. They often act like theaters, where people can sit and spend hours observing the nature. But here's the thing, the fact that each campsite has its own water hole just seemed a little too convenient.
There's nice chairs here and you can just make yourself comfortable. Oh, and look at the lightning in the background.
And soon, those very same places would help us answer our biggest questions. But for now, it was time to go to sleep, because on the morrow, it was my job to make the next day especially memorable for Liisu.
The lions are definitely there, but quite far still, a kilometer maybe. Which means now it's our job to go and find them. But before that, I have even more important mission. It's Liisu's birthday today. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Liisu. Happy birthday to you.
And to show your support to her, also consider subscribing to the channel. It sends the right message to the algorithm and really does help us create more videos like this.
And boom shakalaka, we are ready to go.
Well, the pressure was on, but luckily being in the middle of wild nature gave me all the cards I needed to make this day unforgettable.
7:07, which means 1 minute after sunrise, which means the gate has been open for 1 minute too long.
Oh no, we are 1 minute late.
Since this time we started our day only minutes away from the salt pan, it did not take long to start spotting animals.
First springboks,
Of the day.
and so it begins.
And so it begins.
They were all out and active during the early hours of the day.
Oh, they're so curious, they're searching the ground.
Look at those cutie pies.
And then, out of the blue, our first big surprise.
That small bump over there.
Okay, I see that small bump. Yes, there is 2 lions. This is exactly what I wanted from this morning. If you would have asked me what's the best birthday gift.
2 big lions, one working hard to seduce the other.
So as always, when the male doesn't feel the seduction, the females give up. And it feels like this has happened here. The female just went to sleep and the male is not picking up on the hints.
As we got closer to the white heart of Etosha, the concentration of animals only grew.
We have entered Zebra Highway. I repeat, we have entered Zebra Highway.
In all honesty, it just didn't make sense to us at first, because out here, on the salt, nothing grows.
So this is the famous Etosha pan. As far as the eye can see, just flat.
It is literally 5,000 square kilometers of emptiness, with a couple of salt springs here and there.
It's not allowed to drive on the pan itself, so now we're gonna start following its shores.
However, it soon became apparent that some animals still visited the pan, and they seemed to especially enjoy the salt springs. It was strange, but as we later found out, they do this to obtain minerals like sodium, chloride, and magnesium that are vital to their bones and muscles. So as crazy as it seemed at first, living next to a lifeless salt flat can actually be beneficial for them. But of course, so much salt must make them thirsty.
First rule of safari, you never miss a waterhole.
And while on our way to the next waterhole, we encountered something that many have been dreaming of for ages.
Holy moly, I think we're seeing the Black Rhino.
Due to years of poaching, it has become quite hard to see one of those creatures in the wild.
There it is. There it is.
It was simply mesmerizing. Almost as if the rhino was floating over the grass, making its way towards the water.
It's so close we can hear it. It's gonna pass behind us. Just here.
And in all honesty, I could not have hoped for a better surprise for Liisu on this special day. From the combination of beautiful surroundings and sweet birthday foods, Our moods were getting better and better.
Mr. Leopard, where are you? I want to spend some time with you.
And soon it felt like whatever we wished for came true.
Mr. Lion, show your face and tell us your current place.
Yes, there they were, this time a pride of 6.
And now we're almost next to the lions, just there. Lions are the one big cat that really doesn't care for humans. They just lay wherever they want. They're the kings here. Psst, Liisu.
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
It was hard to believe our luck. What we thought to be a dry and empty place had quickly transformed into one of the most amazing nature parks we had seen.
This is our safari song. It's not Kalmari song, cause there's no sea. From the windows of our car, animals near and far, we will see.
And when we finally reached a remote waterhole, we noticed something strange. You see, next to this one, there were solar panels. Like, why would we need electricity in the middle of nowhere? And then, it all just clicked. All of those conveniently placed waterholes in the camps, and all of those animals surviving the rough dry season. These water sources were man-made. For a brief moment, we felt torn, almost questioning if what we had just seen was actually real. As we later found out of the 86 in total, pretty much half are created by pumping water from deep inside the ground. But as this knowledge sunk in, we realized that there is no losers in this situation. For locals, more waterholes equals more tourists who come here and help boost the economy. For tourists, on the other hand, those places offer an opportunity to come face to face with vast megafauna that still exists on our planet. And for the animals, this little help means that they can now live in great numbers next to a salt lake that provides necessary minerals for a healthy life. Thanks to this cooperation, Etosha is one of the few places on Earth where from rhinos to gemsbok, from zebras to elephants, the wildlife numbers are actually growing. And after seeing all this, I really think that the best thing to do to support the big animals that are left on our planet is simply to protect and expand our national parks, while at the same time create conditions inside them that would allow the animals to flourish, like they once did all over the planet. And so, with this newfound knowledge, we headed towards our last stop, with just one goal in mind.
Regardless of if we succeed or not, it has been an amazing day. But we're gonna try our luck and see if there is a leopard at the place where leopard has been seen 3 days ago.
It's a beautiful waterhole.
There is a leopard living here, but
But is this the day when he or she is gonna visit? We don't know.
It was stunning and tranquil, green and luscious, almost like a statement to what we had just found out. A perfect place to finish off Liisu's birthday. And friends, if you would also like to experience Africa in such a way, then make sure to follow the link in the description of the video. There you can find our travel guide that makes discovering Botswana and Namibia independently easy for everyone. Thank you for watching. Take care and bye.